Hi, this is Chris with Ignite Studio, and I'm going to be demonstrating some different things you can use our printmaking kit for, different techniques. And we have expanded our hours, and then we also have a service where you can check out a table in Ignite and then use any of the kits that we have in our kit library. So I'm just going to be demonstrating one of the many different kits that we have. So for our printmaking kit, we have a couple different activities. One of them involves using linoleum, and then also this is a cutting tool, and the blades are in the bottom part of this. You cut into the linoleum to make an actual sort of almost stamp that you can use repeatedly. If you have some extra time, this usually takes maybe a half an hour to 45 minutes. That's something you can do. We have sort of step-by-step instructions on doing that in the kit as well, and it goes over all the different materials. So be sure and check that out if you want to do something that has a little bit of a challenge to it. What I'm going to be doing is called mono printing. We're going to use some different materials that are in this kit. And basically with a mono print, it's almost like painting. You actually paint on the surface of this plate. So this I got from the kit. So this is a 5x7 acrylic plate. Different things I'll need for this would be a palette knife. I'm going to pull out the brayer. This is what's called a baron. And then definitely we'll need the inks. So I'm going to use red. And then just a few paint brushes. I've already got one here, and I pre-mixed a color, and these are just the inks here. I just mixed yellow and red. And then we'll need a pencil in the end, and then just sort of our water cup here. So to start with, we're going to use what's called the additive process. I'll show you a few examples. These two prints were made by basically applying paint to the plate, and then with a paintbrush, and then making a print from what's on the plate. And I'll show you how to do that. Okay, so I've got some pre-mixed paint here. And so I am just going to apply this to the plate. I'm just going to add a bit of water. And I am just sort of doing a sun design. You could, of course, add many different colors. And this is something you want to work pretty quickly because the paint is going to dry. But I'm going to move this to the center of this paper. And then I'm going to place another sheet of paper right over the top. And this helps because I can line it up with the edges and put it right where I want it. Okay, so I quickly put that down. Once you have put it sort of on top of the plate, you don't want to move it anymore. And I am just using my hands. You can also use the baron tool. And this is just sort of pressing that ink down into the paper. And I'm going to pull up on that. And there we have our print. So that's one technique you can use. The other technique is coating the entire surface of your printing plate. So I am just going to add a little bit of red at the top here. If you wanted, you could add a few colors at the top. And then I'm going to use my brayer, and then I want to get that paint all over the plate. And then what I'm doing, this is called the subtractive process, is subtracting paint, taking paint off the plate. Finishing touch on my sun there. Put that to the side. Again, we're going to put a piece of paper over the top. I'm going to try red this time, or I'm going to try black paper over the top of the red. And there we go. There's our second print. And so that was the reductive process, or subtractive. And then for our last print, This is an example of that process. This was popularized by Paul Gauguin. He's a painter. But basically, you cover the plate once again with your ink, lay down your paper, and then draw the design on the back. And then you lift it up and you'll have a print. So we'll do that. So I'm going to get my tool here, my brayer. And I think I'll need to add a little bit more paint here. Okay, I think I've covered that entirely. All right, put that to the side. I'm going to try the black again. So I'm going to put that, line it up. Okay. And then I'm going to just press it in a little bit. And then I'm going to take my pencil and draw on the back. And you want to press in because you're trying to pick up that paint that's on the opposite side. Let's lift up the print. Let's see how we did here. So you can kind of see where I penciled in on the back. This one takes a little bit of practice. I probably should have gone a little bit harder on the back, but you can sort of see in the middle how well that worked. So yeah, that's just another thing you can try with the printmaking kit. So hopefully you can stop by Ignite Studio. If you do at this time, due to the mandate in Fishers, be sure and wear your mask when you come in. And then basically follow us on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. And we hope to see you in Ignite Studio. Thanks.